Yo, good, we good. All right, man. Let's kick it off. You know the deal. MIC podcast episode 167, where everyone, is a master of their own creation. Again, this week we told y'all we were definitely gonna be sitting down with some of the models from the SVVIAA runway show last month, and we got our second model to stun the runway show. We have Kimmia Bratcher here. What's up, Kimmia? Thank you for joining us and sitting down with us. I know, again, I'm just talking to a lot of busy people, so we definitely know you got, your hands in other things. So we thank you so much for, taking the time to sit down and chop it up with us.
Yes, no problem.
No, definitely. We were just even kind of talk about it off camera, but you are from the north side of Pittsburgh, correct?
Yeah, I'm from the north side. Yes.
Okay, word up. And, just how was it, growing up for you? How was, your childhood like?
Very community-based.
Okay.
So, very down-to-earth people. Everyone knows everyone.
I'm talking to my
but everyone knows everyone, and everyone's connected to everyone somehow or related to someone.
Did you like that aspect, or was that?
Yes and no, because a lot of people knew my parents, too. They're like, oh, I know your dad.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
So I say, if they saw you out, it'd be like, you just got to watch what you got to watch your step.
My parents, they're older, too. They're in their 50s. So, it's like a mixed crowd of people
definitely.
that I come across.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Know how to, and it's like, the village helps raise you, you know what I mean? So it's
true.
Yeah.
That is
but
totally true.
it's kind of fucked up, though, because, someone else that has no obviously biological ties to your family is out here disciplining you it is just
it's someone that's not even biologically your cousin,
right?
But that's
Exactly.
your cousin.
Yeah,
no,
100%.
Or that's my uncle, but it's not really my uncle.
Exactly.
It's my dad's friend.
If they now if they beat if they've been in your house a number of times, they just automatically fall into
family.
the cousin.
Yes,
Right.
They get accustomed to everything.
100%.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Word up. So did you growing up in the north side it was
oh
school
yeah,
for you?
I wouldn't want to be raised anywhere else.
Word up.
Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah. So just as far as creatively, was there anything you were in tune with prior to modeling? Were there any other outlets you explored?
Yeah, so I grew up singing.
Oh, okay. Word up. All right.
Yeah, I grew up singing. I went to Kappa for high school.
Well, shout out to Kappa, man.
Shout out to Kappa.
A lot of a lot of talented people just have walked through those halls in the city.
Yeah, I graduated there in 2021.
Okay.
So I'm pretty young. I just turned 22.
Oh shit!
Just a few days ago. So.
Oh shit! Happy belated birthday! That's crazy.
You,
yeah, for sure. Yeah, no doubt.
Thank you. So yeah, I grew up singing. I was in a lot of choirs and other things, and I went to Allegheny growing up, and that's how I started singing. And my mom had me in Father Ryan's and McKees Rocks, and then just a lot of community-based situations that I was in. My mom would put me in a lot of programs involved in singing. I did Urban Impact Singers, and I did that in high school. And my major was vocal at Kappa. And specifically, I sang classical music as well. So that's what I did. And then afterwards, once I graduated from Kappa, I went to Norfolk State University, and I did music education. But then I completely was like, this feels like Kappa part 2. I don't like this.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, I don't like this. So I did nursing. Hated that. That was horrible.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's a pretty big jump from nursing, from music to the nursing.
But I was trying to listen to what your family members
of course.
Go to medical
of
because
course.
During COVID, I graduated during COVID.
Listen, yeah, I mean that nurse bag was different during COVID.
It was different, so it was like, oh well, do that. You should do that. The money is there.
Yeah.
Your family's like, oh, well, do that instead. Should have never listened to them. And so then I just made a complete switcheroo, and I was like, I don't like this. I love the HBCU experience. That was amazing.
Oh, is Norfolk State in HBCU?
Yes,
yeah,
in
forgive
Norfolk,
my ignorance.
Virginia.
I wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't
fine.
aware.
Yeah, I went there because my vocal, one of my vocal teachers at Kappa, she told me that's my alma mater, you should go there.
Word up. Okay, that's dope.
And I was like, sure, okay, I'll take a try at it. She was Alpha Kappa Alpha.
Okay.
So she was like, you should just go for it. I'll vouch for you. Let me get you an audition. They liked me. They gave me a scholarship. Then I went there, and I wanted to go to HBCU because my granddad, he was from Howard University. He went there as well for business. So I was like, okay, let me see what I can do.
Right.
My parents didn't go to college.
Okay.
So I was like, I wanted to do that for him. Even though he passed. I was like, I want to do something like that for him, you know, because he thought education was very important.
Right.
So I wanted to do that. And I ended up doing so. And the HBCU experience, it's everything and more. I think it could have been a little bit better if it wasn't COVID.
Oh, no, of course. I mean, naturally, right? Yeah,
that's what people were telling me. Like all the, you know, upper class, they were like,
of course,
you missed out on that. Like, right.
Yeah, no,
there.
I really feel bad for anyone that like was in college and graduated, you know, during COVID, because I mean, it's just a muted experience.
Yeah.
Like you're graduating through I'm not sure how it was structured. Like I really even have no idea how they got it off, but some people are like accepting their degree in like a Zoom meeting, and it's just like, damn, and like I can't even, you know, begin to say just like the on-campus life and just like how that affect, just like the social setting of like college, like that's where you do most of your learning, in my opinion, is like
absolutely.
outside the classroom and you know in those settings. Like,
and I think you have to just take everything in your own hands.
Exactly, right.
Because like, you know, your high school teachers, they'll tell you, well, in college you're not going to do this, and they're not going to direct you in this, and they're not going to direct you on that. That is true, and then some parts are not true, because some professors, they are lenient.
Yeah,
and they're very understanding.
100%,
yeah, they're
100%.
Very understanding. They get it.
Like I mean, like, because it just kind of all falls into like that process of like them just trying to scare you, I use scare for like lack of a better word, but just scare you into like this mentality, like,
and like put you in this scare. Like this is the worst.
That it
can become, and it's like, no.
Yeah, like not at all.
It's not that bad.
Word. So you just decided to, you know, like you said, like the nursing really wasn't, you know, working out for you.
Not my speed whatsoever. So then I was like, you know, I was like talking to my mom, and I was like, you know, I think I just want to come back home and whatnot. I'll just come back home. And
how old were you at this point? Like 19, 20?
I was 18 still, so I was going on 19. I would have been 19 that month.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, I just want to go home and figure things out. And she's like, okay, well, do you want to go back to school? I'm like, I think I do. So then I started going to CCAC, going to community college, and I've been doing that for 2 years. And then I just transferred to IUP.
Oh, sure, congrats. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. And that's been good for like the past 2 semesters. And yeah, I'm almost done. I got another year. I'm done.
Word up. What do you study in IUP?
Marketing.
Okay, here you go.
And I think that's like so much more my speed, especially with like modeling and like social media.
Yeah.
Got an internship this summer, so like just a lot of fun things to look forward to.
Yeah.
I think it's so much more my speed.
I feel
like the nursing was like I don't know, that was weird.
Yeah, that was just like it's like a jarring switch up.
Odd.
Yeah, to go from like, you know, music to like just like, you know, now you're a nurse. It's just like, okay.
That was so odd.
Yeah.
But that was
that's
like
just pretty much it. Yeah, just like the journey. Yeah,
that was my creative background. If anything, it was music.
Okay, so like when did you decide to like pivot into modeling?
It was so random. So 2020? No. Yeah, very beginning of 2021, I had like these bubble braids that I did. It was so like, you know, I was bored. COVID has you do very...
It was a strange time for all of us. Things. Yeah, it was a strange time for us all.
It was just like, but it was a good time too, because you're putting time into yourself that you never put time into.
You had to face yourself though, like you really just had to. Because I mean, you know, for most people, like, you know, if you weren't you know, in a couple or anything like that, or like if you were just you know living by yourself in an apartment or whatever. Like that's probably the most time you ever spent with yourself was like, you know, during COVID.
So it was good, but then it was also like a daunting time.
Of course, right?
Because it's like, oh, that's weird. I've never spent this much time with myself. It's very odd.
Like I'm kind of annoying.
I
don't think I'm
tired of myself.
I don't fuck with them. Yeah, you know, like
I'm tired of myself.
Yeah, right.
But it, you know, it was good for me. And one of the like popular Pittsburgh photographers like, hey, like, you still have this hairstyle, like I would love to shoot with you. And I was like, sure, let me do it. You know, I was like, okay, I'll do it. We shot downtown. That was my first shoot. And I was like, oh, I like this.
What was the shoot for?
It was just random. It was just downtown. He was just like, oh, I just like your hair.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, yeah, sure, let's do it. And before then, I had no interest into modeling at all. Like there was no interest whatsoever because I'm short. So I'm not like, I didn't have really any piqued interest at all. And after that, I got like a lot of positive reception back, and I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, oh, I'm feeling it. Like I got the juices now. I'm like, it's flowing in.
Was it from the photographer or just like from like the your followers? Or like, okay, word art.
Were going up.
That's crazy.
And I was like, oh, okay. Like, all right. So I'm like, okay, like this is a good feeling. Like,
Yeah.
like, okay, I see why people
Yeah,
want to do
this
it. Like,
is
I like
all right.
this.
Yeah.
I like this. Okay, I like this. And I'm like,
I'm crying.
I
All
like
right.
it. Shoot.
I feel it though. It's real.
It's a
Yeah.
confidence boost.
Yeah.
But then it also is like, okay, like, let me see what I can do. Because I've always liked to do odd things. I'm like, all right, let me see what I can do. This might be a phase in my life.
Yeah.
Like, let me try this out. Let me do a trial.
Right.
So they're on out. I reached out to, she's like my good friend now, Sarah Cronin. She does film photography. And I reached out to her and I was like, hey, like, do you want to shoot? Da 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 da. She's like, yeah, like, and at the time her prices were so cheap. You got like 35 film pictures. I don't know, it was 35 or 45 film pictures. That was like, I guess maybe like, I don't know, 2 rolls of film. Maybe no, it might have been just 1 roll of film. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I know the photographers are like, you're wrong.
Yeah.
You're so wrong.
Those were never my rates. Yeah.
Kodak gold.
Yeah, right.
And it was really cheap.
Yeah, right.
Did it in the park. My mom was there with me. That was the second time she was with me.
That's
She's
dope.
like, okay, Kimmia, all right.
Yeah.
After this, you might have to chill out. I'm like, all right. And I'm in my senior year of high school, so I'm like, then I shot with someone else, and it just kept going, and it just got like more and more over time. And then I went through a little stunt when I was in Virginia, down there because it was hard to find photographers. But then I was able to do like a good 4 to 5 shoots down there. Okay. Which was really nice.
Okay, so you were even like just, modeling out when you were in Norfolk.
Yeah, in Norfolk, I was modeling too. And I was like, I modeled for this one guy's brand. I can't even find his brand now, but it was like all leather, all black leather.
That's usually how it goes.
It's like, you don't
they
even
have
know
a brand for like a month.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't even know who I modeled for.
Yeah, right.
But I just knew him based off this other photographer named Nicholas too. And it was just like progressive, like, oh, hey, like, do you want to do this? Hey, do you want to do that? And I reached out too. So it was a fair trade. Like, I was reaching out to people, they were reaching out to me. And then now I started doing more like collaborations over the past 2 years, which has been really fun as well. Cause like just working with these brands, having them ask you like, hey, do you want to model our stuff? Like, I'm like, oh yes. Like, you trust me with that?
What brands have you,
Organic Basics, Parade, Etika, Bare Minerals, oh my gosh.
I think I saw the Bare Minerals post. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of another. Apple Doll, they're a makeup brand. It's good 10 to 15.
Yeah.
Oof. I'm trying to remember.
That's dope. That's a your quiet flat. Yeah.
Sinbano, they're a purse brand. Oh God.
But you work with brands at the end of the day.
I work with brands. Yeah,
okay,
I got a good 15 on me.
That's fire,
I got
though.
a good 15 on me. I'm trying to remember all of them. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Nah, I mean, that's a lot to just like kind of remember offhand. But I mean, like, what was like one like the first brands you remember working with?
The first brand was Parade.
Okay.
Parade. Yeah, they sell like women's intimates, and at first I was kind of like, I don't know, that's not really my speed. And
did they reach out to you, or like was that something like you reached out for?
I reached out to them, and they were like, hey, just sign up on our page. And I was like, and you can see your luck. And I was like, okay. And then it went well. And they're like, okay, well, we'll send you some PR. And I did a shoot with my friend Sarah, and that went really well.
Did they ask you to like send in like your own headshots, or like what did they?
Okay. They just needed ambassadors.
Okay, yeah, all right.
At that time, I would just I was like, okay, like I'll do it. They sent me a set, and Sarah, she's like, okay, well, I got this great concept. I got this stool. Let's do it out in this like field. I don't know where it's at exactly. It's somewhere near Penn Hills. Okay. It's somewhere around Penn Hills, and we did it, and it blew up. It did really well. Nice. And they even reposted on their page. Oh, shit. As well. Oh, Poppy and Pout. That's another brand. So now brands are flowing in my head. Right. Brands I've worked with.
Yeah, right.
But just good times.
Yeah, right.
Good times.
Word up.
Good times. Definitely good times. Yeah.
So like, just like as, what's your job as in it? Like, I know you obviously got to post a product, but like what like metrics do they use like to
just
showcase like
engagement, and then people
all right.
use your code.
Oh, okay, yeah,
So,
right. Your code, all right, word.
You're supposed to put that link in.
Got you. Okay,
That's
that
the
makes
only way
sense.
people will actually
No, they're like
and they can track it just
exactly
as well.
right. Yeah, no, 100%.
So they want to see that, or people clicking on that link.
Mm-hmm.
They want to see that, because even if someone doesn't buy that, click on that link, they track that.
Okay, word.
Yeah, like that. It's getting tracked.
Got you.
They'll notice, and they're like, oh, well, we see like you're bringing in a lot of people. Okay, we'll send you something else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what can you do?
Naturally, yeah.
I think anyone can do it.
Yeah.
But most of the time I got reached out. That was the first time I did reach out.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I was getting approached.
There you go.
After that, it was like, all right, cool, I'm good.
Was that like the only one that like you really reached out to, like as far
yeah,
as,
that
like,
was that was the first and only one I
Makes
reached out to.
makes
After
sense,
that,
okay.
it was like, okay.
Yeah, just like off the strength of like some of your other jobs,
and you have
right?
to be careful, because a lot of brands, they're fake. Like
yeah.
I had an incident where this Chicago-based brand, it's like streetwear, like I don't know, it's like they were talking about like positivity, yada yada yada. I don't even know. And they're like, hey, we'd love for you to like, da 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 da. I'm like, okay, great. You're like, okay, well, we'll give you a 40% off code. A lot of the times you have to buy this stuff too. So it wasn't like I don't get PR like that. I put money into it just as well. They'll give you like a discount,
right?
But barely.
Yeah,
you are buying a lot of this stuff just as well.
Okay, interesting.
Well.
Okay,
it's kind of like a prove yourself, then we'll do this.
Yeah, right.
And it's kind of like a trade off.
Do you think that it's an equivalent exchange? Like, who you think it's symbiotic, or like one person is losing out? Let's just say, like,
it could definitely be a situation where you could lose out.
Because I know brands just like they just see influencers that just like super expendable. Like, it's like, okay, like we'll just find someone else then.
Yeah, and I feel like the more followers you have, yes, it could be very beneficial. But for me, being like a micro influencer, like it's hard.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's hard. I don't think it's a complete loss. I don't think it's a huge loss at all, because if you love doing it, which I do really love doing it, that's the exchange.
Right.
If you don't really care for it, then yeah, it's easy to just like bloop, give it up.
Right, yeah.
But when you actually really enjoy it and just like posting about like, hey, these are the products I have and I actually wear them day-to-day base. True. I actually do.
Facts.
Then yeah.
It makes it a lot easier.
Another brand, Nutch. I don't know if they're still around.
Nutch, okay.
That's another brand I thought of.
Okay.
But they were like active wear, women's active wear.
So like, yeah, like what happened with that fake brand though? Yeah, like we just kind of did it all.
They would just keep reaching out to me like, hey, da 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 da. And I did order something from them. I did order something from them.
Did you get it, or like?
Tell me why I didn't show up.
Yeah,
for like
I was gonna say
5 months.
Yeah,
I was concerned. I was like, oh my god. I was like, what happened? I was like,
was it like a lot of stuff or just like a single item?
It was
like
2 shirts.
Okay, all right.
It was 2 shirts, but it's like
5 months
like,
for 2 shirts, like
a college student.
Yeah,
I ain't
right.
got money like that.
Of course,
like,
right.
I work a little crummy little retail job.
Yeah, right.
Like,
yeah.
I don't have the money for that.
To just be saying goodbye to however much.
Oh yeah, like I don't have the money for that. I don't have the money for that. I'm like,
100%.
no. Like, so like that little $40, you know, or it might have been more than that. It was definitely more than that. That was like, ugh, that put a little stint in me.
Yeah.
So then I reached out to them because it was just so long.
Yeah, like yeah.
And I'm like, hey, is it possible if I could request a refund? They're like, yeah, we'll work on it right now.
Yeah.
And
Little do they know they are halfway across the country with that.
I did get the products.
Okay.
5 to 6 months later.
Got you.
Which at that point I didn't even want it. I
yeah,
gave the
right.
shirt to
you
my
forgot
nephew.
You ordered it. Like.
Yeah, I gave the shirt to my nephew. I was wondering. I was like, what is this? I'm like, what is that? Yeah. So I gave it to my nephew. Now he wears it.
Did you like the shirt?
I
at
did
least?
like the products.
Right.
I just thought it was ridiculous, the wait period.
5 months.
5 months. There's a lot of brands like that are like that now. Like it's crazy. Like that should not be acceptable.
Nah. I mean, 5 months is. I mean, bro, people order stuff on Amazon and expect it like the day they order it.
The day of.
You know,
like, I ordered
like,
things from Amazon
and been like, yo,
6
where are you niggas? Like,
yeah, it's there. Yeah. It's there by 6 p.m.
Right?
that
Yeah.
night.
Facts.
So I don't know. What do I know?
Yeah,
I'm
right.
just
I mean, again, like in the world of brands, like I ain't no like ambassador for no brand stuff like that, but just like off the like the fakest brands will just be like, hey, we love your page, and like it'll be like a fucking account with no profile picture, and like their username is like XQZ.
Yeah, it's all weird, and then like
yeah, I don't
and I
think
always will
this
say
is
too many people have access to the internet.
no, yeah, like everyone that probably shouldn't does.
Oh yeah, and I'm like,
like what the fuck? That's hilarious. So like would you say that like modeling is something that like you had an affinity for, or like were you comfortable like being in front of camera initially? Like did you have to grow into that?
I still have a lot of nerves getting on the camera because I'm not like I'm a people person, but then I'm also not. So I do
like certain spaces and all that.
Certain spaces, like I do like talk. I'm a yapper. I do like talking to people, but like at what point your social battery does die, and I'm like, like I kind of feel like getting on the camera definitely boosted me because growing up I was really shy.
Okay.
I was really shy. I didn't talk that much, so like the camera, it just like it boosted me up a lot. But I still definitely get very nervous on the camera. And
like what aspect of it? Like just like kind of just being that vulnerable in front of the camera?
Trying to be like to show different sides of myself on the camera and my versatility in posing, because I catch myself doing a lot of the same old. And I don't like that. I don't think anyone should like that. You shouldn't like being, doing the same old.
Right.
You want to do something different every time.
Right.
So that's where I'm like trying to expand now of like doing more on the camera and like, okay, let me practice my posing. Let me show more of myself other than my same 10 poses I've done for the past 3 years. Like, let me expand from there.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
so like I know you said you were like you pretty much got your start at least in Mali in Norfolk, but like what initially pushed you into it? Like was it literally just like the photographer being like, hey, do you want to help me with this shoot, and then that's just kind of where it kicked off?
Yeah, it was just like a slow progression because the first shoot was like, oh, okay, the second shoot was like, and then it just over time I had the desire to keep going and keep going. And yeah, in the beginning I was reaching out. In the beginning I definitely was reaching out, and then after that it was kind of like, okay, I'm okay, like fine, And now it's like, oh, okay, like it goes very sporadically modeling. Like unless you're signed, then yes, you're continuously modeling. If you're an unsigned model and a freelance model, it's very spontaneous because you still have a life and you still got to pay bills, or you still have other priorities. Like this is not like your end all be all. Like,
what made you choose modeling as just like a lane?
Random, very random. It was honestly very random. It wasn't anything that I had expectations on. And like I said, like me being short, I did count myself out a lot. Cause
I even feel like, cause like I know what you mean in that sense. Cause like like the blueprint model, I guess, is like for, like what we know from like what's that show? America's Top Model. I guess like they're all like 5'11", 6, whatever, like tall, thin. But like I just feel like nowadays that's
it's
like
changed
yeah.
You
feel me, 100%.
So like petite models are more accepted, and more like women of different sizes are much more accepted. So now I'm like, okay, like I can fit in somewhere.
Was this like the case? Because like I know like in 2025 like that's the case, but like when you were even like thinking about it, was that the case then, or like were we just even kind of still in the beginning stages of that?
Yeah. Time. Yeah, like in the beginning phases, it was for me, it was like 2021, 2022. I think I honestly got more adjusted 2023. I think I got more adjusted in that time period.
You think that was like a symptom of like modeling as a whole? Like it just kind of the stigma of like what a model looked like around 2023 was like, it doesn't necessarily have to be like that.
Even before that, I would say COVID was the shift.
Yeah, okay,
COVID
word.
Was that shift. Okay. Like click. Let's see what we can bring in different people, because you want everyone to be able to wear your things.
I agree.
You don't want like only a select people to be like, oh, that's only for this and this is only for that. No, now they're like, diversity and inclusion became more popular during 2020. Like that.
Yeah, no. It was
a huge shift.
Completely agree.
Like opposed from COVID. Like
yeah,
whatever. It was just like a complete shift
100%,
in our lives
100%,
for everyone.
Yeah.
So that's where I think the start was. So
Okay.
it's like, okay, now you see more girls modeling.
Right.
I mean, even for the runway show, you saw all kinds of women.
Yeah.
So that was like very refreshing to see. And everyone was like, they were just great. Like all the women, they were like so
phenomenal.
Nice.
Yeah.
All of different ages, like
walks of life, backgrounds. Yeah, it was
these
dope.
Amazing jobs. I'm like, oh, that's gonna be me one day.
Right.
And I'm like, it's just nice because they're like, some of them are moms too. We had a lot of moms in there. We had like a lot of lash techs in there. Like it was like insane.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm around some bosses right
100%.
now. I'm like, all right, like let me tighten up.
Yeah.
Get my life together real quick.
So I mean, like, how did you feel when, you know, like for something like you just chose, like, you know, like let me just fucking try it out. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, let's see what happens. To like, you know, kind of even look back now and just see how far you've come. Like, you know, how do you feel about just that journey?
The journey, I honestly never thought I would even get to this point at all.
It's crazy because you're still so fucking young too.
Yeah,
like
just
you're
turned
like
22.
it's just, and that's insane to me.
I think I might be I think there's one other girl. She's a little younger than me. I think she's only a year under me.
Yeah, so like I turned 29. Like we're still in May. Yeah, no, we're still in May. Like I turned 20 like maybe like 3 weeks ago now, and it's like I gotta stop even just walking into places thinking I'm still 22. It's just like, nah, nigga,
No, that's good. Have that 22
you are
spirit.
definitely about to be 30, my G. It's like
that 22-year-old spirit. I feel like my brother, he's 34.
Yeah.
We had the same birthday.
Yeah.
So we're 12 years apart.
Oh shit.
Born on the same day.
That's crazy. You know, me and my little sister are 12 years apart.
Really? Yeah. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. No. It's crazy because it's just like, yo, what do we talk about?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I think I can have some better conversation
now, right? Yeah.
at
Now,
this point in my life.
exactly. Right.
I'm like,
right.
okay, you get me.
Exactly.
Like you kind of get me. We're not there yet. We're not there yet, but I can kind of understand who you are as a person. But yeah, same mom and dad. Yeah. 12 years apart. So that was not planned. That was not planned. Everyone's like, was that planned? No. No. I was born in the morning. He was born at night.
Wow.
Yeah, it's weird.
So y'all are just like complete opposites.
Yes, very opposites. Weird. Yeah, because like he was there, like my parents had him when they were 19. And then they had me when they were 32. Okay. So it's completely different parts of life. Right. You know. So it's like, you know.
No, facts. I even forgot like what the initial question was.
The journey.
Yeah. No, yeah.
I'm going to be so honest with you. I recently even said that to myself like a few months ago. Like, oh my gosh, like I'm so proud of myself.
As you should be. Yeah.
To myself. But it's a very nice feeling. Like, oh, wait, like I'm really proud of myself. Like, because I didn't think I would get to this point. It's very hard.
I'm sure.
Very hard, you know, because there's times where you don't have, like, you know, not all the pieces together, not all the things that you want to have. But from there on out, you know, it's like, oh, okay. Like,
you can kind of, you learn along the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And pushing yourself and then having others. You have to have a good support system to push yourself. Right. Because, like, you know, your parents, they're a little questionable. So, because it's a very weird.
It's new. They don't quite understand. Like,
odd people in
Of course, right.
And a lot of odd, you know, odd people.
Yeah,
so
right.
You have to be very careful. My parents, I'm still very young, so
of course.
My parents are very
just protective.
Wary. They're very wary of
and as they should be. You know what I mean?
That's why I don't take on a lot of certain projects as well that some people have asked me because it's questionable, like, you know, or just like the things that they want me to do is kind of like that's not me.
Yeah, right.
Like maybe what you
and it's good.
You see
exactly.
That to truth be told, I'm not. This is how I typically dress.
Right. Yeah.
I don't. You know, like I don't. Whoever you think I am,
right.
I'm not that.
And it's good that you just even have that now. You know what I mean? Because like you know, that's what I'm saying. Like people will forego that. And really, like you know, age isn't really a factor. Like at any point in their career, like you know. I'm sure, and just like the entertainment industry at large, period, tries to take that from you.
Yes,
you know, like at any level, you know. So I mean, I feel like you should keep that forever. Like never, like if there's one thing
I would definitely turn down based off me just being, just like the type of person I am. Like I just there's just certain things like boundary. Like I can't. Like I'm like that's not me. Like I know who I am. I'm not gonna like hold back on that, but I'm not gonna like allow you to put me in uncomfortable spaces.
100%.
I will leave. Like I will leave, or I will decline and be like, just won't say anything.
Yeah, right.
Honestly, I just won't say anything.
You
and
just
just be
dub
like,
it like,
yeah, it just doesn't. I don't know. It's not my speed.
I feel you. No,
I'll be like, here are some other girls I think would be perfect
That's
for that.
hilarious.
This is not
just not me.
Yes,
yeah.
I have suggested to other photographers, like, here are some girls that
I think might fit your vision.
Like, fit your vision the best. Not me. Not me. Because it's just not me. Yeah. I don't care.
I feel you. Yeah.
It ain't that much of a loss.
Yeah, is that, you know,
something else comes.
100%.
Because there's always going to be something else that reroutes itself
that you'll feel,
at the end of the day. So that's that.
No, for sure. Like, I just even want to, like, just, you know, because even kind of like going off that fact, like, you even kind of like low-key already answered like some of it, but how did you navigate your career initially? Like, how was that for you as far as like just, you know, deciding who to work with, like, you know, figure out your identity as a model, even if that is still evolving? Like, it's
still evolving. It's definitely still evolving. Being patient with yourself, because I would get very frustrated with myself, like, I should be this more, and always comparing. And comparison is a thief of joy.
Yeah.
Like, because you're stealing away your joy of someone else's experience, and that's what I would do to myself when I was.
It's tough in modeling too, because like, at like that age too, it's like the industry that you're in. It's just like,
and just in general, on social media.
Fair, yeah, right, yeah.
It's like, like, I'm comparing myself, because I wouldn't say like I do consistently model this year. I would say this year, this is the most I've modeled in a while, but like last year I didn't really model that much. And like 2023 I was like on it. 2022 I was on it. Was
it like a mental health break, or like was it?
I was just honestly school.
Like,
I was just like school, locking in.
Fair. Yeah, you go.
Or just like I wanted to be with my family and stuff like that. I want to be with my family and friends. I felt like I was neglecting my friendships and stuff just as well. And I was like, it's always going to be around. But friends are forever, family's forever. I'm not going to neglect that. I have nieces and nephews, so like that's important to me as well. So I wanted to cater to that, and Yeah, I just wanted to chill out, to be honest with you.
Okay.
2024 definitely was like more of putting time into the collaborations. That was more like my speed, like 2024, 2023 as well. That was like that. And then I tried to mix it with the modeling and stuff. It's kind of a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, it's one or the other. It's kind of hard to do both. You could do it though.
I was about to say, like, you just said that you took the break, but like, how was it for you initially, balancing the school life with, having a career modeling?
It was fine. The only thing is people at school know.
Yeah, right.
People know, like, oh, you modeled, and stuff like that. Like, oh, and whenever I, would be at school, they would say like, oh, I thought you were one of those bougie girls. You're so nice. You're actually a good friend. And friends that I'm still with, like, till this day, they're like, I can't believe I thought you were mean. And I'm like, sorry. No,
I am mean. No, I got you.
I got you. But it's just like, I think it's just like a misconception when you model.
Right.
You think you're a raging bitch.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And,
yeah. No, I mean, there's definitely like a stigma, like you're kind of stuck up, or
you're not a nice person. Right. It's like, no, I'm a nice person, guys.
Do you think that like within the industry, like that's like a misconception that like? Okay.
Because a lot of my modeling friends were all nice.
Yeah.
No one's mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're just
life, man. Like no one's happy all the time. It's like they have a right to not be in a good mood. Like on certain days,
absolutely.
It's like
like, I ain't smiling all the time.
You feel me?
I'm a very
no
smiling
one is.
person.
Yeah, of
like
course.
I always smile, but
nah, me too. Like I'm. We're similar in that fact. Where it's like
even when I'm sad, I'm happy.
Type vibes. No. I feel like like if it's like. I'm the same way. I'm just like, kind of just super chill, like, usually like laid back, like, so it's just like, if it's a deviation from that, it's like, I even kind of blame myself a little bit. It's just like, you can't be that every day. You
can't be that
you gotta
every day. The way
feel
you
certain emotions.
Think you want to be, you're not going to be
type
every
vibes,
day.
Right.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's fine.
Completely fine,
It's fine. It's normal. Like, it's a Monday.
Yeah.
It's a Monday.
Yeah, right. You feel me? Like
it's a Monday. It's a Monday. Right. So I'm gonna let Monday
be Monday. Yeah. Type vibes.
Favorite day of the week, I'm gonna say it's gonna be Wednesday. I don't know why.
Funny enough, like my favorite day, I'm gonna just default to Wednesday too, just because that's when I'm off work. You know, so like that's just like a natural like, ooh, Wednesday coming up.
Like,
you
I know this because you like, okay, Tuesday night, you're like,
it's lit.
I'm off.
It's like, low key Tuesday night be low key better
because
like,
I asked my friends this the other day. I was like, what's your favorite day of the week? They're like, low key Tuesday. I don't know why. They're like, Tuesdays are always nice.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, really? They're like, I like me a good Tuesday.
100%. No, just because like the night before the day you have off is like, it's
always like,
it's like better. It's got the extra sazon. Like there's so much hope. There's a lot of hope in that little window. Like I don't know what it is. That's hilarious. But like, how has school been going for you? Like, is that shit going all right? Like
my week?
Yeah.
Chilling.
No, like school. Like has that just been? Yeah.
It's been going great.
Okay, yeah,
it's going great. Just trying to go through the pieces and just lock in, just finish up. I really, that's the main goal. Is like, all right, like, yes, things got to be cut out. So modeling got to be cut out for a certain period of time because
fair enough,
that's that sacrifice that you have to make so you can get to that end. Like, all right, I'm gonna be done.
Yeah,
boom, I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna be done and over with. And I'd rather do that and make that sacrifice.
Word.
So I can be done.
Yeah, you're close to graduating, right? Like when you graduate, okay.
I'm pretty close. Oh, I don't know, but I don't know about all that. I don't know when exactly necessary.
But you're almost there,
I'm almost there.
Yeah. We getting there,
We're
facts.
Getting there.
Word up.
We'll be there. Shoot.
I feel that. No, I definitely feel that. So, like, what would you say, like, are some of like your favorite shoots to do, if there's any style of shoot? Like, I don't know how it is in mine. Like, is it just like show up, take pictures, or what's the vibe?
Honestly, it depends because you can come dressed and styled, or they will style you whenever it's a whole team. Like I have something coming up with like a bridal shoot.
Okay.
And hey, that's the second time I'm doing that. And that's going to be like, she's going to do my makeup and hair and all that. But other than that, it depends. It really depends. My favorite shoots I like to do are, does it matter, like, are you saying like color, or are you saying like, where are you exactly meaning? Like film? Like,
yeah, not like, I mean, like, just even like in the question, just like, is there like a certain
look that I would prefer?
Look, or just like a, film. Like a certain.
It's always going to be film.
Film, really?
It's always going to, I love me some film.
Okay.
Because it was just like, I always got connected to a lot of like film photographers in the beginning a lot. So that's what I always aim for, is like that film look. But recently, I haven't done any film.
Okay.
So I need to get back on that.
Is film kind of like the more like Polaroid style, like?
Film cameras like a Mamiya, and like that's like a Japanese film camera.
Of course, I am super knowledgeable in the Japanese.
I don't know if you remember, like it was like, I don't know, it was like 2021. People were going crazy over like the Kodak Gold. Film, and it was like really rare. And I
know, like, yeah, just like in that same year, like that Polaroid film style was like,
it was going up.
It still is like a vibe like today,
expensive.
But
it's very expensive. There's not that many camera stores in Pittsburgh. It's like 3.
Okay.
But they developed some film, and I would say a black and white look. I really do.
Okay.
Very nice.
Okay.
Really like a black and white look.
Okay, black and white. All right.
Editorial. I have never really done that as much.
Editorials are those actually for magazines, or
okay? I would love to do that.
Okay.
But it's kind of hard.
You haven't done one yet?
Huh?
You haven't done an editorial shoot yet?
I probably have in the past, but not anything recent.
Okay.
Probably not anything in the past year or so.
Okay.
But I really do want to I want to kind of get back to my roots of going more in that route again.
Yeah.
Because I kind of feel like I lost my way or not.
Well, no, because like that, I mean, that's even interesting. Like a point that you brought up. Like, is there even like I know magazines obviously are still out there, but they're like not really a big part of like
magazines are. They're
the model industry anymore, are they? Like, am I wrong? They
follow more on the social media realm.
Facts, yeah, right.
They're like in that realm at this point. They're not. I mean, of course, magazines are always going to be around,
right.
But I assume that they don't sell as much copies as they did in the 90s.
10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, right?
15 years ago. Like there's no way. Cause they probably cut back on the amount of copies that we have to make, which saves paper. And like, now we're getting back to like the sustainability aspect of everything. So
saves paper, and just like we've just, even as a business transition, like we are all like online, like
money. 100%. I mean, you get more engagement regardless anyway, especially if like there's like a like Met Gala and all that, they're saving. Put things into other things. Put the money into something else. So they probably definitely cut down on copies. I assume they have. Why would they not? That would be smart. I would.
That's just, I'm just like, even like for the, like you brought it up, it's like an editorial show. I'm just like, damn, like, do they even still do like strictly editorial, like just for like, you know, and like I'm sure like joints like Vogue.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like you'll definitely get an editorial shoot for Vogue, and but just even in that conversation, like what else are like the other big magazines, like model mag, like fashion sort of. Yeah, you know, it's been a dip. Cosmopolitan comes to mind too. Is that a mag?
Is it Harper or something?
That sounds familiar. Harper. Is there a second name?
There's a name connected.
Harper
to
something. It. Yeah. Is it a B? Harper. Something. Yeah. Harper. Leave your full name in the comments. That's hilarious. So like, I mean, just like, even because like, you know, we were talking about like the shoots where like they style you on set, or like, you know, you come, just like, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer like just like having your own?
Honestly, when I come in there and they style me.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, because my style has changed a lot over the past 2 years. It's changed a lot. So what they're looking for, I would prefer for them to dress me at that point.
Right.
Because I'm going to show up in...
Yeah, right. You're just going to like interpret it however you interpret the other vibe.
Like,
right.
I'm like, all right, like I want to wear a dress. And I'm like, and they're like, well, we'll just do this instead.
Yeah, right.
So I would rather come in style. But it's kind of hard to find that.
I'm
it's
sure,
kind of hard to find that here. Like the Pittsburgh creative scene has definitely gotten better.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard to find like a large amount of stylists. Like there's definitely a few that I have in mind. But it's kind of hard to find like a large mass amount. And then even for... we have a lot of makeup artists.
Okay, yeah, so yeah,
we do have a lot of makeup artists here in Pittsburgh. Stylists, we're working on that.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you know the antisocial, like Gabby. I don't know if you follow her on IG.
No.
Yeah, no, you know she be styling.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just on. Yeah, no, she was on the pod. If you want to check out her episode too to get an idea who she is. But yeah, you know, I'm just throwing a name out there. Yeah, that's that's really all I know. You know, but just like as far as anyone you've worked with at this point, right? Was there anyone that like you've had a certain chemistry with that like you're like, yo, this is I don't know, we just kind of got something going on, or is it just pretty much has been like regular as far as like photographers you work with or brands you've worked with?
I would say Sarah Cronin.
Okay, word, all right,
sure.
Yeah.
Yes, Sarah Cronin photography. I mean, her like, because I don't even know, it was like, my face is so relaxed in the photos, and even like so many other people have said that, like you just seem so relaxed when you're with her, and in the pictures you could just feel it, you can sense it. And I don't know if it's based off because we also built a friendship on top of that.
Yeah.
But I would say she would be like my number one. In Virginia, his name was Nicholas Clark. He was really cool to work with. I don't know if he still shoots or not, but he was really cool. This other guy named Peter Nar, I worked with him twice. He's really good. Just like felt like that comfortability, because it's hard,
I'm sure,
to find that, especially me being young. I was really like, hey, I might have some pepper spray.
Yeah. I mean, no facts. I mean, just in general, right? But then, yeah, it's like, but you're super young in these spaces. Just like, all right.
Yeah, it's kind of like,
yeah,
you know,
right.
And so, like from there on out, you kind of are just like wary.
Yeah, I mean, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you feel like that when you go certain spaces. And you're like,
thankfully, not. Like, I don't.
That's good. That's good.
But again, it's different. Like, again, like I'm a dude. Like, I mean, like I don't think anyone's necessarily like at least initially looking to take advantage of me or like, you know, do anything crazy. You know what I mean? But it's completely different for women, obviously. Like, you know, that's for sure, you know,
for sure. But those are definitely like some top 3. I'm probably forgetting some names. I'm forgetting some names. I know.
But it's like bottom line is like you definitely work with people like, you know, like I work with photographers that you have some chemistry with.
You have good experiences.
Yeah, of course.
Bad experiences.
Of course.
some are better than others.
Yeah, right.
And then some are just kind of like, I'm like, oh, dang, I didn't, this is not how I wanted these pictures to come out.
Yeah.
You get disappointed and stuff, but it's okay. Like,
In-
I've reshot with people. So.
Yeah, I was supposed to say, like, in those cases, when you feel that way, like, do you think it's like a bad direction from the photographer? Do you think it's like
it could be honestly
a vision thing, or like
where I just didn't like how I looked.
Oh yeah.
And it was just like, oh, I just did not like how I looked, and I was like, I'm going to reach out to them, or also just like, yeah, it could be like just different ideas that we had, and we'll just be like, hey, you want to shoot again, and then it came out like way better.
Word,
so, like,
yeah.
So that's normal. Like,
yeah.
You're gonna come across that, like, hey, let's just retry this to see what happens, because I don't want to be. I'm not mean. I don't want to be mean.
Yeah, right.
I don't want to be like, oh, like, I'm an asshole. I don't like how these pictures came out.
Yeah.
I've never done that. Like, I've never done that.
Word.
That's rude.
Yeah.
Like, that's rude to be like, I don't like these pictures. Goodbye. I'm not posting them.
Yeah, right.
And it's just like, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
Not the best way to build relationships, I guess.
Yeah. The only way I would be like, oh, like, this didn't work out. Like, if I lived out of town and I'm like, oh, I didn't like these, but we probably can't be able to retry because I'm out of town. So.
Yeah, right. So, I mean,
yeah.
see you never. Yeah.
Yeah. See you never.
Sayonara.
Yeah. Especially like in the creative scene,
Yeah.
You can get down. You can feel down real easily.
Of course, right. I mean, that's the
easily.
life of a creative,
and
right?
that happens. And I know how that feels. So I would never want to make anyone else
feel that, perpetuate that. Right.
No,
Yeah,
no,
of course, of course.
Like, push that on, like, oh, yeah, like, you didn't do this. No, that's crazy. That's crazy.
So how did you initially get involved with SVIA?
So I've been following Kat's page for about 2 years at that point. I always wanted to model with her because I've seen like a lot of other girls that I knew, even from like high school. I knew they were following her and they were like modeling for her. So I was like, oh, okay, let me I want to see, like, what's up. And it's like a very interesting thing to have a swim brand in Pittsburgh. You know how the weather is. It's not right. The it's just so disappointing.
Could flip a coin and decide. Yeah, right. Yep.
And I was like, oh, okay, let me see my chances. And she put out like an application, like, hey, do you guys want to model? Sign up. I signed up. And then she messaged me. She was like, hey, you got it. And I was like, oh. You got it?
Yeah, right.
Because I'm like, because she had a lot of applicants.
Of course.
So I'm like, okay, like, I'm not going to get it. Like, I'm not going to get it. It's fine. I'll let it slide.
Yeah.
I got it. I was like, oh.
Shit.
Oh, shit.
I actually got to prepare and be a part of this thing. Like, yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. Like, good. It's good. It's a good feeling. All right. Okay. And, she put us all in a group chat. She was like, I need you guys to know, if you're really ready. I'm like, I'm ready. Put us all in a group chat. And then ever since then, we've been cool. And now they're texting a group chat like, hey guys, I miss you guys. Let's hang out. And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Because I honestly made a lot of bonds there in that short
I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
But we've been texting that group chat since December.
Wow. Okay.
So at that point, you start, clicking up some people. Like,
of course.
hey,
yeah. Right. Like the different groups form and all that. Yeah.
Bond. Yeah, that was like a bond I really enjoyed.
That's super dope.
It was crazy.
That's super dope, man. Like that's dope to hear.
The rehearsals, it was like, oh, this is like playing dress up or something. I'm like, this is fun. I liked it.
How did what was your prep for it like? Like, what did that look like?
Well, since my look was more on the simple side, it wasn't as intricate as other people.
What was your theme again for people that may not? Okay,
so
with the fly, that was fucking incredible. No, that was awesome. Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah,
thank you. I was Van Gogh sunflower.
That's fine.
And I asked her do you want my hair out? And she was like, yes.
The natural hair look was fire too, bro. Yeah,
thank you.
SZA vibes up there. Yeah, real shit though.
I was like, I don't know if I should blow it out or leave it. And she was like, just leave it curly, leave it out. Because I was like, do you want me to blow it out? Because if I blow it out, it's probably going to be all over the place.
Yeah, right.
And the clips may not stay in because it's blown out. She was like, no, just do your thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do.
You're trying to brace her for a black woman's hair. You're like, I'm trying to let you know right now. Yeah,
that this wash day.
Yeah, right.
Is critical.
Yeah.
I just need you to know this.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm putting my best products in.
I'm crying. That's hilarious.
But yeah, she was just like, yeah, I want you to be Van Gogh's Sunflower. And now they call me Sunflower in the group.
That's
like,
Sunflower.
Oh, Sunflower. And
Word.
I'm like, oh, guys, stop.
That's
Stop
funny
making me
as hell.
blush, stop.
So like I'm assuming just off of what you said that Kat like assigned the themes or like did you okay.
She did the same job. Like she had like PowerPoint. Like,
wow.
Hey, I need you to get this. Here's the link for the sunflower clippings.
Wow.
Here is the link for. She was very organized.
Yeah.
She had a great team.
Makes sense.
Yeah, she had a great team of Maddie and Jill.
Yeah.
They were like really like helpful and this like I don't know how she did it with the team. Because it's hard. It's hard getting people on the same page as you.
It's crazy.
And being
that many people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's hard.
Incredibly hard.
Yeah, like honestly, it's very difficult. Like you have to really have that
patience,
suave about yourself.
Right.
Like
exactly.
Being able to talk to
right.
people.
Yep. Exactly.
And that's something that you have to naturally have.
Mm-hmm.
It's either you got it or you don't.
Yeah. Right. Yep.
And so she has it. So she's able to do so. So she's able to like gather people. Hey, I need you to do this. Hey, can you come in on this? Hey, can you do this? So it's admirable.
100%. Yeah.
Really
right.
is. But just her like asking me to be a part of it, I was like, oh, this is so freaking fun. Like, I didn't think I could do this, and it just like brought so much engagement to me as well. So like people were like, oh, like I know Kim, I know Kimmia. Like, oh, okay, I'm like that feels like that's a good feeling, and you feel like you don't see it in like the follower count, but it's just like that. People do know who you are. They've seen your face.
Yeah.
And if they don't see your face, make them see your face. You know, that's what I've been going by for the past few years. Like if they don't see you or they pretend like they don't see you, they act like they don't see you, make them see you.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's where I've been going for years.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
That's
I've been
crazy.
chilling. I don't really even like the internet.
Yeah.
I don't even like social media.
Yeah, right.
Honest. But I definitely do it when needed. I honestly just use it for my modeling.
I feel that.
Other than that, like
it's just like, you know, like a tool for work.
It's literally I look at it as my Pinterest board.
Okay, yeah. I mean, there you go. Yeah.
I view my Instagram as my Pinterest board.
There you go.
They're on the same level.
Right.
And my Pinterest board, I don't put too much time into it because I kind of forget. Every time I'm like on my phone, I'm like, I forgot I had Pinterest. Let me go back on there. And I'm like, Instagram, here I come. But I like my TikToks too. Like, I be on TikTok too. So that's like kind of my speed too.
That's like your like, you know, recreational vibe.
Yeah,
there
I don't do Snapchat. Yeah, I don't do Snap. I haven't done Snapchat since like 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was done.
Nah. I definitely feel that. So like, was this your first runway show? Like, have you been on a runway before?
Yeah.
Okay, word. All right,
yeah.
Where at or for like what
I
gig?
For Catherine Trends.
Okay.
She does like a lot of.
What is that? That sounds so familiar.
Yeah, she trying to think of like.
She's in Pittsburgh, correct?
She's in Pittsburgh. I just seen her yesterday.
Oh shit! Yeah,
I just seen her yesterday.
God, forgive me. Like again, your name sounds so familiar.
Her name is Imani.
Imani. Okay.
Yeah, Imani Bats. I don't know if I'm saying her last.
And like the brand is named Catherine Trends.
The name is Catherine Trends. She does like sustainable, like reword clothing. Okay. It's like a lot of like I would say like. You think about like. It's not only that she does like a lot of sportswear stuff, but she had like this line where she was doing like a 90s throwback.
That's fire. Okay.
And so I had like a jean outfit, and it had like hoops all over it, like gold hoops all over it.
That's tough.
It was hard.
Yeah.
It was hard to walk. It was heavy.
No, it was literally it was hard to operate as a.
And I did that for her twice. So I modeled that outfit. Actually, I modeled that outfit for her 3 times. So the first time was a runway show. And that was just showing off like multiple brands and like other creators and designers and all their brands. So that was the first time I modeled for her. Second time I modeled for her was that outfit. I was on KDKA, The Talk.
Oh, you go.
With her. And it was just me and a few other girls, and we were on there. And then the third time I modeled for her, she did her own runway show.
It's far.
It was crazy. So that was that. I'm trying to think of another runway show I've done, and I feel like I've done something else, but I'm not sure. Hopefully I think about it.
Yeah, right.
But technically, this is probably like my third runway show for SVIAA.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like what did like, you know, the opportunity to be a part of an event that, again, at the Carnegie Museum of Art, the venue was beautiful. Looked like something out of a fucking movie. And like, I always say that we had Dominique here. When was that? Was that last week or like this past? We had her recently. Yeah. Like she was like our last episode, but I was even just saying like to her, cool. Super. No, she is bro. I have so much respect for that woman. So she's hardcore, yo. Like she. No, for real. Like, she's about her shit. Like, she was in the military and all that. I'm just like, what? Okay, cool. Word. Yeah. But no, again, I was just even telling her that, like, I had to go to summer for a class. Yeah. Hit up that solid core. Yeah. I'm sure it's no joke there. Yeah, word. Yeah. Y'all see me for word. A little bit, just know I'm in solid core with Dominique trying to get right. But no, like I was just telling her bottom line, like it just looked fucking just spectacular, bro. Like it just, it seemed unreal. So just from, your perspective, like on the day of, like the way the event was, like what was going through your mind, like, when you were out and like, on the runway, like, what was that experience like for you? And just kind of walk us through that.
But it's just like insane because we didn't even get a chance to see the venue until the day of.
You're lying, for real. That's crazy.
Yeah, and like I knew, like growing up in Pittsburgh, like of course I've been in the
of course, no, definitely.
But it was like not in that, like not
it was set up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it was just different. Yeah, right.
Never seen it in that way.
Like the statues up on the joint, or just like what the fuck.
When you're young, you don't understand that beauty as much. Just some kids can really understand that beauty. But like at that time, no. So just seeing everything, like, oh wow, like this is really
vast. And
it's just like wow, like, and we didn't see it till the day of, so we didn't even get a chance to practice until the day of as well.
Really?
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to we practice walked like elsewhere once, but we didn't get a chance to like really feel the floors, like how our heels would like really catch on the. You gotta be careful. On that kind of like tile.
Well, because like it was like kind of glossed over, so like it like like I can see how slipping is like
very careful.
A thing.
I wouldn't even call that a tile. I don't even know what to call that at that point.
Facts. So it's not marble, is it? Yeah, right ish. Like
I couldn't. I don't know.
Yeah, don't ask me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
but it was just like, oh wow, like this is real. This is happening. Let me take full capacity at this moment.
So like a lot of that day was like on the fly.
It was very like
shit.
Quick. Yeah, like I was like calling my mom. I was like, hey, you're on your way. She's like, I'm on my way. Don't worry. She's like, I'm on my way. And my mom, my grandma, and my niece, they're really excited to see everything. She like my niece, she loved it. I was like, what's your favorite look? She was like, the painter. And then she's, I like your look too a lot. Too. Yeah, and I was like, okay, cool.
Cool. Really.
She's 8, so I was like, oh, okay. And at first I was like, should I invite her to this? I was like, I don't know if it's appropriate, but I want her to see like beauty. I really want her to see like art. I want her to like figure herself out.
Yeah.
Now I want her to figure out like, what do you want to do? She likes makeup a lot. So like, I want to see like, what do you want to do?
Right.
Because nowadays you got to have like 2 to 3 forms of income. I want you to go to school, but then like also like have to have something on the side.
Right.
So I want her to like know those things. And like, well, here's a couple of girls here. They have multiple things going on in their lives and they're making it work. I want you to be able to know you could do that too.
Hell yeah.
So it was good for her to go.
Yeah, right.
I'm actually happy I did.
That's dope. Yeah. And like also just come see your aunt be dope as fuck. For just watch me do some dope shit real quick. Like,
she talked about me to your kids.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Kimmia was really
exactly.
Like, she was really that.
Yeah. that's her.
That's her.
Yeah.
I got pictures too.
Word.
So, but yeah, the day of, it was very like sporadic, very like, on the go. We were just running back and forth.
How were you feeling like during that time? Like, were you just kind of all over the place?
I was all over the place. Yeah. Like the little ghosts on Pac-Man. And like,
yeah.
That's how I felt. All
right, word up.
I don't even know if I ate the right way that I was supposed to. You know how you...
Yeah, of course.
So
of course.
You don't know if you really ate
of
the
course.
way you were supposed
busy,
to eat.
you just like thinking about everything.
I just went around like a chicken with my head cut off.
Yeah.
Yep. But I had a ball.
Of course,
like, as simple words as that.
Of course.
I had a ball.
Right.
I had such a great time. I would do it again.
Yeah.
I want to do it again.
Of course.
So count me in whenever.
When you saw the like was that day the first time you saw your look come together as well, or like did you like kind of see it prior?
Rehearsal.
Okay.
Like, so we did a dress rehearsal. So like I was able to really see like what everything looked like, because I was a little worried, like maybe this is not maybe the sunflowers are a little too much. Like maybe like not too much. I didn't want to put too many in my hair that it looks strange. You know what I mean?
Right.
So but we had hairstylists, so she evened out everything. Like, okay, because I feel like the dress rehearsal, we're trying to figure out like what's enough and what's too much.
Sure.
You know, and other than that, my heels, that was like a lace up situation, and they were like plant leaves.
Yeah. Right.
That was simple and self-explanatory. The jewelry came from Kat, and swimsuit from Sia. Like I literally like it. I had a very simple look. I was very happy and content with that.
Right.
Because the other girls,
they have to kind of gather. They can kind of gather some stuff together. Yeah, facts.
I don't know if you remember, Amina. She had the clocks.
Oh yeah.
And the hair.
Yeah.
And
she was dope. Yeah.
She was so dope.
Yeah.
Her hair is just like.
I know. Yeah.
Her head is like.
That took some doing.
Yeah, and she has all these, like, custom made clocks on her all over. So it's heavy. It's so heavy. So, I'm happy I didn't have to like go through the pain. I'm like, okay, I'll take the sunflowers.
Real shit.
I'll take that route. For sure.
Real quick, last question here before we wrap up. I just want to ask, like, what does a brand like SVIVIAA mean to you? Like, after kind of working with them, and like, you were following Kat 2 years prior to, like, even work with them. Like, what does it mean to be a part of a brand like that?
I feel like being a part of a brand like that, you really get to embrace who you really are in the moment and not all the time. Like, I feel like in the moment you're able to like really take in like, this is who I am right now, and not because I'm an overthinker. So like it had me not overthink as much as I always do.
Right.
It put me in a space of like femininity as well. Like, okay, like I can really like take this in right here, right now.
Of course, yeah.
I don't have to have no worries. I'm good. I'm around women. I know I'm okay. And that was like that feeling like, okay, I'm going to be okay. I'm around some good women.
Right.
And Kat, she made sure we were safe and content. So that's what Sia means to me.
Hell yeah. No, super dope. Yo, well, Kimmia, thank you so much for coming through. This is just a point in the pod where, again, like I know you say you don't like the internet, but if you want to plug your social media page, just like where people can find you, where you're gonna be next, if you've got anything coming up, or the floor is yours. But again, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate you. Absolutely.
Yes. Should I plug myself in?
Yeah. No, yeah. Do your thing.
You can follow me on Instagram, Kimmia.Bratcher, KIMMIA.BRATCHER, and my TikTok is Kimmia Bratch. And we're all done.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kimmia. Listen, man, MIC Podcast, episode 167, where everyone is a master of their own creation. The stunning Sunflower, a.k.a. Kimmia Bratcher, in the building. And we're out, bro. Peace.
Thank you.